Spring back and they're off and running now. Hang on, Rouge Furs dumped the rider shortly after the start. Rouge Furs got rid of the rider, and one of the first out on the outside, Mancini's Magic, away fast as Immigrant. It landed in front now, Immigrant, from going up. Hackam and Special Dane is running third. Then Mancini's Magic right behind the Motion Ranch on the fence on the inside there of Strike Force, and the last couple are Command Post and Richland, and that riderless horse out in the centre of the track. 800 to go. Immigrant down on the inside slows them up about a neck in front of Hackam. Two further back, Ocean Ranch over on the inside of the favourite Special Dane. One to Mancini's Magic, one further back then Strike Force, followed by Command Post and Richland near the tail. Up to the bend they race. Immigrant about a head in front now from on the outside Hackam. The two behind a Special Dane covering up Ocean Ranch. A length further back Mancini's Magic, then Strike Force, and further back Command Post and Richland in the straight. They race. Immigrant in front. Ocean Ranch is going all right but can't get out. Special Dane is trying to close up the gap. He goes up on the outside. Special Dane runs to Immigrant now. They leave Ocean Ranch behind. Then Strike Force. Special Dane takes the lead with 100 to go. Sprints away from Immigrant. Strike Force and further back Richland, but Special Dane wins 2 lengths in the run home. Second Immigrant. Strike Force third, a half head away. Fourth Richland. A gap then to Ocean Ranch, who didn't finish it off from Mancini's Magic. Then Command Post, and Hackam, after showing speed, is last. The riderless horse chasing on, and that's Rouge Fur, who...
Winner there, number 2, Special Dane, 240, 120. Number 3, Immigrant, $1.60. And third going to 8, Strike Force, to pay $2.30.
Super Tab, 2 Special Dane, 270, 140. 3 Immigrant to pay 150, and 8 Strike Force, 210.
Dive to the ground, Rouge Fur, and got rid of the rider. Special Dane, too good, number 2. Number 2, Special Dane.
Right, should be 238, just ahead of that Adelaide.
They're off in the first here at Rosehill Gardens, and Let's Toss got the best of it. Balare jumped out pretty well, and so did Gold Price and Privy Council, and then Jark, Sterling Decision, Tyson's Flyer, We Say So. Then the favourite Pescadero, 2 to Catwoman, and a half the inside All Electric. As they go over the crossing at the 1800 now and go up towards the first corner, and Let's Toss shows the way. Second Posse, Balare, Privy Council on a limb third, and Jark is fourth, followed by Tyson's Flyer on the inside. Sterling Decision almost lost the rider. By G did a good job. All Electric was badly checked. Gold Price is midfield. We Say So on the inside of Pescadero, and Catwoman's back last. A lot of scrimmaging going up to and around the first corner, and down the back they travel. Let's Toss shows the way. Privy Council sitting at its quarters on the outside second, 2 Balare inside Jock. Just over a length with 1200 to go. Tyson's Flyer from Gold Price at his quarters. 2 to Sterling Decision on the inside of Pescadero, 2.5 to We Say So. Catwoman a half the outside, and 2 lengths to All Electric, who got badly buffeted in that interference. Out of the back and racing to the side, 900 ahead of the field here, no change in the order, and Let's Toss bowls along about a half to 3/4 on Privy Council. 2 lengths to Jark shading Balare, a length and a half Gold Price, Tyson's Flyer, then Pescadero, Sterling Decision. 1 to Catwoman, 2 behind her, and they are We Say So on the inside and All Electric. Down towards the 600 they run in the first at Rose Hill. Privy Council joining Let's Toss, 2 to Jark, and on the inside a head back Balare. 1 to Gold Price, Tyson's Flyer, Pescadero being revved up from Sterling Decision. Catwoman about to make her move, 2 to We So and a length to All Electric around the corner and straightening up. Privy Council got past Let's Toss. Balare trying to push Jark into the clear. Gold Price again running home. Pescadero not doing enough at this stage, followed by Catwoman. 150 to go, and Gold Price race to Jark, followed by Privy Council, and then comes Catwoman out under the arches. Jark again beat off Gold Price. Jark in front, and Jark will win from Gold Price and Catwoman. Pescadero next, then Privy Council, Sterling Decision, Balare, Tyson's Flyer, We Say So, and All Electric in company with Let's Toss for the last 2.
Number 5, Jark, 860 to 81. Gold Price, 2 even. 4 Catwoman, 210.
$8.60 and $2.60. Number 5, Jark, beating numbers 1 and 4. Gold Price, ridden by Kay Forrester. Look, the winner about 175 to go, but the big weight told against him in the last 100 metres, and with that pull of 4.5 kilos. Jack was able to outpoint him. Gold Prices paid $2. And number 4, third, Catwoman, ridden by Len Beasley, it will pay $2 as well. The disappointment was the favourite Pescadero, given every conceivable chance by Andrew Gibbons, but was simply not good enough. Jack is trained by David O'Sullivan for C.W. Reynolds, K.R. Lane, J.C. Bailey, A.J. Sutherland and R.J. Spears. A bay gelding 4 by Centane from San Send, ridden by John Marshall. Number 1, Gold Price second, a chestnut horse. He's a 4-year-old by Covetous. From Summer Mood, Paul Perry, Kevin Forrester. A number 4, third, Catwoman. A bay mare 5, Farristan, Cabbage Patch Doll. Bard Cummings, Len Beasley. And 7, Pescadero ran 4th. The time was 2:03.81. 2:03.81. 35.79 was the sectional time. The margins are neck by a half a length. A lot of interference going up to and around the first corner. And how Craig Carmody stuck to Sterling Decision is one for Ripley. Great piece of horsemanship. Quinella has paid $23.40. The exacta dividend of $56.10, and the trifecta paid $306.80.
And don't forget...
Road at $5 and 170.
Captain Moonlight dropping out after the start. Express Age begin only fairly, and Mighty Way and going fast Glass Cutter, with Express Age pushing up. Further out is Sober Affair, and they're followed by Plushka. Further back Hawksmoor, Carnelian. Captain Moonlight last of all down the back, and Express Age has pushed through to lead now from Sober Affair. Glass Cutter 2 lengths away third, 1 to Mighty Way fourth, a half then Plushka fifth, 2 to Carnelian, Hawksmoor the inside, and 2 to Captain Moonlight. Bit of speed on the side here, and Sober Affair's gone up to Express Age, and they clap on the speed in front now at the 850. They got out 4 or 5 lengths to in front of Glass Cutter. Mighty Way is tucked away fourth on the inside from Plushka. 2 lengths further back Carnelian, around Hawksmoor, and 2 last of all Captain Moonlight. Sober Affair in front of the 600. He's gone hard. He's 2 in front of Glass Cutter, Express Age and Plushka. Mighty Way has hooked off the fence, went up fifth now. Carnelian went around it as they bunch up from Hawksmoor and Captain Moonlight. Up to the bend, Sober Affair from Glass Cutter. Plushka 3 out. Mighty Way not getting much room behind those from Express Age when they turn. Always in trouble. Mighty Way's bumping down with Hawksmoor and Carnelian. Plushka goes up now with Glass Cutter at the 300-metre mark from Express Age. Now Mighty Way's into the clear, but he'll have to lift from there. Glass Cutter fights back, gets a half in front from Plushka, from Carnelian. Mighty Way. Glass Cutter's fighting a bit on the inside, and Glass Cutter's just won. A short head Plushka, third Carnelian, fourth Mighty Way, and by gee, they had a bit of hip and shoulder in the straight, a few of those, including Mighty Way and Carnelian. Behind those, Express Age. Hawksmoor was in that fracas also, followed by Sober Affair and Captain Moonlight near the tail.
Winner there, number 4, that's Glass Cutter, $4 and 160. Second to number 8, Plushka, returning $4.70, and 10 Carnelian at $1.70.
4 Glass Cutter, $4.10 and $1.50. Number 8 Plushka to return $4.60, and 10 Carnelian $1.60. The update for the second in Brisbane, and down the board there, 1 is out, 2 bar 2, 48 and 11, 3 Bet on a Road, 760.
Off in the second of the day, Carton's just a little slowly away, and Triple Storm from the inside jumped well. Prowl is going to race it for the early lead. Hit Girl third, and then Top of the World, and Darley is not far away as they sort themselves out. But it's going to be Prowl in front at the end of 250. 3/4 Triple Storm, Potter's Pirate third, Hit Girl fourth. Fifth is Darley, then Top of the World inside Mr. Innocent, and a couple of lengths further away is Carton's, followed closely by Tropical Breeze on the inside, and last of all is Cousin Remus. Past the 600 they go, and Prowl with an inclination to get away from the rails leads a half length on Triple Storm. A length away third is Darley, nice and handy, followed on the outside Potter's Pirate. Mr. Innocent going up on the inside of Tropical Breeze, and Carton's, Hit Girl, Cousin Remus and Top of the World. In the stretch, 300 to go. Prowl and Triple Storm lead with Mr. Innocent. There's a mile of room for the Coffs Harbour Colt on the inside. He's starting to pick up the bit. Prowl is racing greenly. Triple Storm sticking on. Mr. Innocent taking a half-hour get them. Triple Storm in front. On the inside, Mr. Innocent, then Prowl, but it's Triple Storm. Triple Storm from Mr. Innocent and Prowl, followed by Darley. On the extreme outside, Tropical Breeze. Cousin Remus, followed home by Cartons, and Top of the World, Hit Girl, and Potter's Pirate was last of all.
Number 9, Triple Storm, 340, 130. Number 9, Mr. Innocent, 120. 7, Prowl, 180.
Half an hour, Mr. Innocent through on the inside. He still couldn't peg back Triple Storm. Number 9, 340 and 140. Mr. Innocent, number 1, showing 120, and number 7, Prowl, still very green, $1.70. Ron Quinton having a great run with his string. And this fellow is by Terse from Stormlight, a Baycal 2. And is thrown by Ron for J and Mrs. L. Tomset, R.W. and Mrs. C. Stokes, and J. Burton Chadwick. Very, very successful run, the R.J. Quinton team. Augurs well for the 2KY syndicated horse Carwenter when it comes back into work, eh? Well, I think it's back into work. It's up to Carwenter now. It's got the trainer. It's just a matter of ability. Go, Carwenter. 9, Triple Storm, J. Marshall first. Number 1, Mr. Innocent. L. Maloney second. And the third placing goes to number 7, and that is Prowl, ridden by Len Beasley, the runner-up by Mr. Henry C. from Miss Guilty. I thought he was a bit disappointing this afternoon. In fact, I suppose qualifying that maybe Triple Storm could be one that is above average. And the third, Proud by Marauding from Martins, has a bit to learn. Clary Connors, Len Beasley. 9, 1, 7, 10 running fourth, and that was Tropical Breeze. The Quinella paid $3.50. The exacta dividend is $7.70. The trifecta paid $19.20. The overall time was 1:05.73, just under 2 seconds outside the race record. And the margins were 3/4 a short head. 3/4 a short head. Sectional.
They're off and running this time. Down on the inside, and Bonsai Pipeline bounced out quickly. Bombay goes to starting to ease behind them, and going forward now, Crying Game from Australis Bazaar. Further out is Bright Spot when they settle into stride and come down towards the 100-metre mark the first time. And the leader is Crying Game from WA. He goes out a length and a half to Bright Spot up second. Bonsai Pipeline third. Fourth, Australis Bazaar. Then came Aphasia out 3 from the fence. They're followed by Bombay Ghost. Then came Joe Gar and Noble Ben Barra last of all. To the side, they race at the 2,000-metre mark. They're a shade under now, and the leader is Crying Game, striding out about 3 lengths in front of Bright Spot. Up on the outside there, a Bonsai Pipeline is tucked away third the fence. Aphasia gets in to be fourth on the outside of Australis Bazaar, and Bombay goes to 3 deep the grey. 2 to Joe Gar, and 2 last of all, Noble Ben Barra. They've gone to the 1,600-metre mark, and Crying Game goes up the back of the track, out about 3 lengths in front, with Bombay goes going around the outside. And don't tell me the saddle's moved in this horse again. Yes, it has. On the grey, Bombay goes, the saddle shifted forward. It's up now running second outside Crying Game, and it's well off the rails second, this horse. About 4 or 5 lengths further back then came Bonsai Pipeline. They're followed by Bright Spot, and further back in the race Australis Bazaar from Aphasia running 6th. 2 to Joe Gar, and 2 last of all Noble Ben Barra. A good brisk pace, and Crying Game over the top of the hill backs off a little in front, about a length and a half to Bombay Ghost. 3 to Bonsai Pipeline, a half Bright Spot, 1 1/2 further back Australis Bazaar. Aphasia
Correct weight, Gold Coast.
2 to Joe Gar, and last of all Noble Ben Barra. Coming down the side now at the 850-metre mark, Crying Game nearly a length in front. Bombay Ghost, the rider looks better in the saddle this time now. They're followed by Bonsai Pipeline waiting for the run. Bright Spot outside it. Aphasia takes off now, 5th around Australis Bazaar. 1 1/2 further back Joe Gar, and 2 to Noble Ben Barra. 600 to go. Crying Game a neck in front now from Bombay Ghost and Bright Spot. Aphasia running on fairly on the outside of Bonsai Pipeline. Australis Bazaar dropped out, and Joe Gar pulled to the outside. Crying Game first for home. Bright Spot on the outside from Bombay Ghost. Now Bonsai Pipeline about to come out. Bumps there with Aphasia. Can't get out at the moment from Joe Gar. In the straight, Bright Spot, Crying Game. On the outside, Joe Gar. Bonsai Pipeline still trying to get clear. The Boulder Bright Spot put its head in front. 150 to go from Crying Game. Bonsai Pipeline, and late is Noble Ben Barra. Bright Spot in front. Bonsai Pipeline lifts and gets there. Right on the line. Beatman Magic. Bonsai Pipeline beat Bright Spot. Third, either Crying Game or Noble Ben Barra out wide. Australis Bazaar and Joe Gar behind those, followed by Bombay Ghost, and tailed off after having no luck in the straight, Aphasia.
Number 4, the winner, Bonsai Pipeline, 440, 150, 9 Bright Spot, 1050, tight third, 2 Crying Game, $1.90. The other one there was 5 Noble Ben Barra, $2.90. Back to Brian.
Okay, number 4, Bonsai Pipeline, $4 and 160. 9 Bright Spot to return $7.40. Those for third, 2 Crying Game, $1.80, or 5 Noble Ben Barra, $3.
To number 9, Bright Spot. And the judge calling on the photo for third to separate Crying Game and Noble Ben Barra. 4, 9 and a photo. 4, 9 and a photo. Number 4, Bonsai Pipeline. Number 2 hangs on for third. Number 2, Crying Game. 4, 9 and 2. 4, 9, 2. Bonsai Pipeline.
All right, moving in at Kembla. In the Putters Club, full pearl is $39,620.
Racing, and not a bad line either. One of the best to get going was Upright. House of Chimes going smartly with Highest Caliber. Sound Lyric fourth on the inside, and then comes Baycan Empire, a horse off the fence, and three deep is Rocket to Mars. Followed two back by Anacott Steel, and then comes Bossy and Queen of them All, and a length and a half to Kiri's Attack. As they race down past the 700, Highest Caliber to the outside draws away a half to three-quarters, now a length. In fact, House of Chimes Upright third. Baycan Empire nicely posied fourth around Sound Lyric. Then Rocket to Mars, Anacott Steel. Queen of them All is next. Bossy is second last, and Kiri's Attack is the tail ender. Racing in the direction of the corner, and Highest Caliber just leads House of Chimes. A length third is Upright. The rider trying to hold Baycan Empire's jock in a firm pocket. Having success at the moment, and then comes Rocket to Mars the outside. Sound Lyric trying to creep up on the inner. Baycan Empire can't get out. Now he can. The rider goes for home on Highest Caliber. Baycan Empire, oh, he again got blocked, and Rocket to Mars on the outside and Upright had no luck on Baycan Empire. Kiri's Attack coming home. Rocket to Mars hits the front. Here's Kiri's Attack with Upright kicking back. Upright might outplug the others. He will. Upright from a tighty Rocket to Mars or Kiri's Attack, and then came Baycan Empire or Checkered Run It, followed by Bossy, and then came Highest Caliber. Further away, Anacott Steel, Sound Lyric, and the last two were Queen of them All and House of Chimes.
Number 3, Upright, to return 460.180. Number 5, Rocket to Mars, to pay $2.60, and 8 for third, Kiri's Attack, $2.80.
And the run closed, and he certainly had a checkered passage, Andrew Gibbons, on the short price favourite. Number 3, Upright, J. Marshall, 3 out of 3. Number 3, Upright, J. Marshall, 420 and 170. Minor placings, it'll be a photo for second between Rocket to Mars, number 5 at 240, and number 8 ran a huge race first up, Kiri's Attack at $3.70. At one stage it looked as though it and Rocket to Mars were going to beat Upright, but oh, it fought back like a caged lion. Upright drew the wide alley, the outside of the field, and still too good. 3, 5 and 8 are official. Upright by Zetative from Piano, a Chestnut Gelding 3, John Hawkes for the Woodland stud, John Marshall. Rocket to Mars second, Chestnut Colt 3, Masqué, Sushi Rocket, Clary Connors, Robert Thompson, and number 8 third, Kiri's Attack, a Bay Colt 3 by Last Tycoon from Elshandiga. Full brother to Mahogany, Bart Cummings, Len Beasley.
Protest Brisbane.
He's going to be a smart horse in the making. Number 1 fourth, Baycan Empire, 111.18. 111.18, the record 1910. 34.81 the sectional. 24.90 was the Quinella. The exacta dividend $43.70, and the trifecta $435.70. And the margins, a short neck by a nose, a short neck by a nose. Now, before we proceed with more racing down here, Les, tell us more about that protest.
So there's no problems there with...
Stalls are back there racing now. Spring Hill Express dropped to the tail of the field. The other fillies away quickly. Pimpanty and also Aubrey showing speed. Further out is Mosair, Blazing Aura pushing forward. Wider out is Spring again. They're followed further back by Snapshots, Brook Road. They're followed by Cornwall Queen. 2 or 3 further back, Spot of Magic. A couple of lengths to Miss Perron, Spring Hill Express. 6 last of all, Hit and Giggle. Plenty of speed at the 1,000 now. Mosair went around the outside, led by a length, Blazing Aura. 2 to it, Spring again, which gets into the box seat now. Third, a length further back, then Aubrey fourth. 5th on the outside, Snapshots, 2 to Cornwall Queen. She wants to race fiercely just at that point. On the outside of Pimpanty and Brook Road over on the fence. 2 further back, Spot of Magic. 1 Miss Perron, followed by Spring Hill Express, and 2 to Hit and Giggle. 600 out, the pace has been brisk up in front. It's Mosair away from the fence, joined now by Blazing Aura the rail. 1.5 Snapshots has gone up now third. Behind those then came in the middle at Spring again. Aubrey on the fence, and then Cornwall Queen from further back, then Pimpanty. Then Spot of Magic, Brook Road, Miss Perron, Spring Hill Express, and Hit and Giggle. In the straight they race now, and Snapshots has gone up to Mosair, and Blazing Aura on the fence behind them Aubrey. Further out Cornwall Queen from it, Spring again under some pressure. Then Pimpanty getting out late, but Cornwall Queen has raced to Snapshots at the 150. Pimpanty is with a late run. Cornwall Queen hit the front. Whole rides hard. He'll get this one home, Greg. And Cornwall Queen beats Snapshots on the line. Ahead away third, Pimpanty. Then further back at Spring again from wider out, Spot of Magic. Miss Perron, Hit and Giggle, followed by Aubrey. A good gap in the race, Blazing Aura, followed by Mosair. Then Brook Road, and Spring Hill Express is last of all.
Winner there, number 1, Cornwall Queen, 240, 140, 2 Snapshots, 250, and 8 third Pimpanty at 360.
Number 1, Cornwall Queen, 240, 140. Number 2, Snapshots to return $3, and 8 Pimpanty, 450.
1, 2 and 8 in the frame here. Number 1, the winner, Cornwall Queen, ridden by Greg Hall. Number 2, Snapshot, Sprint Thompson. And number 8, Pimpante, Shane Dye. 1, 2 and 8 after race number 4 today.
Now, Tad's Gold Coast race.
Okay, we'll get more details from Melbourne soon. This is the National Racing Service, Triple S The Good Sports, Saturday afternoon.
Now there's a new kid on the block at the Canberra Betting Auditorium.
Program so far with 5 Juck winning the first event of the day. Master Jolly, nice looking horse. He's a brown or black in the book, bordering on black, and in he goes. He's shiny. This time, Regal Curator actually one of the best out with Star Aglow commencing well. Cedo Pegasus, then Tribon, followed by Bletching Time. Graphics getting up on the inside to break Yaquina Bay. About 2 to Master Jolly, 1 all the rage and a length and a half to Turn Me Loose at the end of 300. Star Aglow taken on by Cedo Pegasus in the middle, and Regal Curator making a line of 3. Always working hard and tough, this favourite, a length. Yaquina Bay likewise out on a limb. Bletching Time in the middle, Graphics the fence, a length Tribon, followed by Master Jolly. All the rages second last, and Turn Me Loose the tail ender. 600 left to go. Cedo Pegasus leads a neck on Star Aglow, a length Regal Curator. Yaquina Bay is in no man's land, followed by Bletching Time, Graphics, and then comes at the head of the others Tribon, Master Jolly, All the Rage and Turn Me Loose entering the home straight. 400 to go. Star Aglow, a half Cedo Pegasus, Regal Curator wide out in company there with Yaquina Bay. Graphics looking for the way through, then Tribon, Master Jolly, and Turn Me Loose racing a little erratically. Regal Curator got to the front. Yaquina Bay on the outside is the only danger. Regal Curator about 3/4 of a length. Yaquina Bay and safely holding it. This is a good win by Regal Curator. Yaquina Bay second, third Turn Me Loose, then a wall. Tribon, Master Jolly in company with Graphics, and on the inside Star Aglow. Then came All the Rage and Cedo Pegasus, and Bletching Time was at the tail of the field.
Regal Curator 330, 140, 8 Yaquina Bay to return 190, and 4 Turn Me Loose $3.10. Daily double on, treble rather, on the combination of 932. $82.20.
Later, 310 and 150. 8 Yaquina Bay has paid 170, and number 4 in third spot, Turn Me Loose, who tended to race like a crab at certain stages in the home running, in the third spot to pay $3.30. The winner trained by Ken Callaghan. But he's got a good strike rate in Sydney too, Kenny. Puts the polish on this Chestnut Gelding 5 by Zephyr Zip from Regal Downs for BJ and Mrs. C. Noble, and ridden by Bob Alyssa. He just couldn't do anything but stay where he was. Likewise, Wayne Harris on Yaquina Bay, a brown gelding for Oregon Buzz, Neville McBurney. And the third placing will go to Turn Me Loose, a bay gelding for by Best Western from Mithra, Bart Cummings, Kevin Moses. Time for the race was 1:10.76. That's about 1.7 outside Lifted's race record. 34.44 was the sectional time. 2:84. Fourth placing went to number 12, and that was Tribon. The fifth went to number 7, Master Jolly, and the sixth to number 9, and that was Graphics. So the superfecta 284, 12, 7 and 9. The Quinella was $5.50. The exacta paid $14 even, and the trifecta $116.10. So simply out of race 4, keep on the tail of 2 and 8, Regal Curator and Yaquina Bay. What's happening over?
Okay, Adelaide race number 4, number 1 Idle.
Racing didn't hold them long. They bounced away in a good line too. Knowledge and Bonfires dropping back, and there goes General Nadeem. He's gone straight to the front, settling down. General Nadeem now when they settle. Up on the outside is Dennis Araya, and Encounter is up third early, followed by Umrum. Then El Marada, who's just had to ease back. Around it goes Tauke from Gold Guru, Mustang Red. Then Schubert further back, Bradman, followed by McFlirt, Knowledge and Bonfires up the back. And Dennis Araya on the outside takes on the General. Dennis Araya on the outside, got 3/4 in front of General Nadeem. About 3 further back Encounter. Well, Dye's got him straight into the box seat with a good speed in front. 2 lengths behind Encounter, Umrum. 1.5 further back Tauke. They string out 2 to El Marada. 2 further back Gold Guru from Schubert, who's 12 off the front from Mustang Red, McFlirt, Bradman. Then Bonfires and Knowledge at the 800 metre mark. Plenty of speed up in front of the General, pushed up on the inside of Dennis Araya. Led at a half length, about 4 or 5 to Umrum, who's scrubbed along on the outside of Encounter. 2 further back in the race, Tauke coming into it 5th. They're followed by El Marada and further back Schubert. Encounter under plenty of pressure, and Tauke's gone past him. Umrum's gone. These 2 leaders are General Nadeem now from Dennis Araya. 3 to Tauke starting to close. Then came Encounter under heavy pressure. The General's in front. General Nadeem at the 300 metre mark. 2.5 in front of Tauke. Then Encounter back to the inside. General Nadeem in front. Encounter behind him on the outside. Tauke. The General's a length in front. Encounter trying to get out from behind Tauke. Encounter starting to left. Races up now to General Nadeem with Schubert. And Encounter wins the Guineas. Great performance. Beats Schubert. And General Nadeem 3rd from Gold Guru out wide. Behind those Tauke. What a race from McFlirt. Then further back is El Marada, followed by Mustang Red, Bonfires. Then Dennis Araya, Bradman. And last of all, the last 2 are Knowledge. Tailed off behind it is Umrum.
Winner there, number 1, Encounter, 290, 150. Number 5, Schubert, 350. 2, General Nadeem, 210. Back to Brian.
Okay, number 1, Encounter, 330, 160. 5, Schubert, 350. 2, General Nadeem, 230.
Bumping with Tauke, trying to get out after General Nadeem was gassed in front by Dennis Araya. He was left in front again, the General. But Encounter has lifted, has got to General Nadeem. Flashing home late is Schubert to run 2nd. General Nadeem runs 3rd, and numbers are 1, 5 and 2. 1, 5 and 2 after a Caulfield Guineas that we won't forget. With breakneck speed up in front, set by General Nadeem with Dennis Araya on the outside of him. There must have been 6 or 7 in front of Encounter, who just slid straight across and got into the box seat. Behind him was Umrum. But then all of a sudden the race changed complexion dramatically, because those 2 leaders had these horses. Encounter, Umrum. They broke his heart. They had them all off the bit. Tauke had gone straight past them. He looked the one coming to the turn. And then Encounter back to the inside, and Dye got on the bit again. He had trouble shaking off Tauke outside him. The General was still in front, and he's got out Encounter to get up and win.
Moving in Kembla.
Triple S, more totes. 5th, Canberra Greyhounds, 1, 2, 6. 1, Dream.
Caulfield Guineas. Congratulations to Clary Connors and Shane Dye. This a colt, a 3-year-old by Terse, at a Fancy Babe race by the New Haven stud, managed by Mr. J.W. Kelly, F.J., R.J. Kelly, J.H. Ingham, in Curtis, trained at Warwick Farm by Clary Connors. Winning the Caulfield Guineas at $3.30 and a punishing finish, as you saw there. Couldn't have put enough on General Nadeem, about 200 metres to go. He looked to have the opposition covered. They were struggling behind him, seemingly. But it's only in the last little bit he started to weaken. Encounter coming at him, and Schubert coming down the outside to finish up in 2nd place. Encounter first, Schubert 2nd, General Nadeem 3rd, and the time for the journey of the 1,600 metres was 1:36.20. 1:36.20, and there is Encounter. And today's win will take his stake winnings on now to $1,641,550. And that's a 2nd outside the record. 2nd outside the record. Those 2 leaders got away at the top of the straight. The disappointing run was that of Umrum. He's finished back at the tail of the field. He was the first horse beaten on the home turn, or before the home turn. He was well beaten at that point. And General Nadeem, on the other hand, kicked away at the top of the straight, but has found Encounter, and then Schubert, just too good in the battle for the 3-year-olds here at Caulfield this afternoon. Shane Dye bringing Encounter back to scale. The winning margin, half a length. Short neck between 2nd and 3rd. As we take you back to Brendan.
And
And away to a nice line with, at the end of 100 metres, Timeshare leading. Light Entertainer second, Little Shoes third, and Dalmara fourth. Miss Windsor wide out. Then Sporting Colours followed by Dialer Ruby. And well back as they sort themselves out now, Empower wide, and between horses Balmaria. They race inside the 700 and the leader Timeshare really clapping on the speed. The break is 2 lengths on Little Shoes wide. Light Entertainer in the middle, Dalmara the rails. Miss Windsor's off the track from Sporting Colours, Balmaria. And then Dialer Ruby on the inside as they race to the corner, and Empower very deep last in a compact lot around the bend, and Timeshare giving them something to catch. She straightens up 2 lengths on Dalmara. Third, Light Entertainer, followed by Little Shoes, who's dropped back sharply. Miss Windsor still battling on, and Empower on the extreme outside. Timeshare to the 200, about 2 lengths on Miss Windsor. Third, Empower, then Dalmara, and nothing else a chance. I'd say Balmaria's plugging home. Empower after Timeshare. Timeshare still in front. Empower is rattling home. Timeshare, Empower, and Empower got up. Empower from Timeshare, nothing between Miss Windsor and Balmaria for third, and then came Dialer Ruby, Dalmara. Another 2 or 3 lengths, Light Entertainer with Little Shoes and Sporting Colours.
Super Tab there, number 5, Empower, 11.53.10.